This is a certified hood classic.
You think everything funny for that YouTube shit?
Bro, I'm not being funny, bro.
That ain't cool, bro.
I want to join on her, but I'm not.
What is the best movie musical of all time? Singing in the Rain? Trash. The Wizard of Oz? Boring. West Side Story?
What?
No way. The best movie musical of all time, and I'm being 100% serious.
Grease looking ass now.
Is South Park bigger, longer, and uncut? Of course, a close second is Cannibal the Musical, but that's for another video. Not only is the South Park movie one of the greatest movie musicals of all time, it is, in my opinion, in the top 5 of anything Matt Stone and Trey Parker have ever made. Now, I know these are some bold claims.
That's my boy Chef, boy. Look at my boy Chef. Man, look, bro, I got some shit coming for the channel, boy.
But I mean it when I say this movie is incredible. Not only is the music for the movie surprisingly well crafted and at times downright jaw-dropping, this movie single-handedly changed cinema forever. My sole objective with this video is to prove to you that you need to go watch this movie because, despite being released over 20 years ago at this point, its relevance has only increased in that time.
Okay.
The genius of the satire and meta-commentary has aged absolutely flawlessly, creating a movie that will go down as an absolutely timeless piece of media. So, with the intro out of the way, let's get into it.
We gotta watch the South Park movie.
The movie is still a masterpiece.
That would be dope to watch with y'all, like a movie night over on Twitch.
This movie in which Kyle is hacking into the mainframe, and because he's so smart, I'm sure that he used today's sponsor, Atlas VPN.
Oh shit, man! Shout out to Atlas.
Now, to fully appreciate this movie, it's important to understand what went into making it from Matt Stone and Trey Parker. The production of this movie was truly a living hell for them. And no, I don't mean have a good time with Satan at a luau hell. I mean,
look at them demons, bro. Like, they were scary as hell, bro, as a child, bro. Fucking got demons and shit, and little skirts and shit, bro. Got, what is that, the leader of China, bro? They got John F. Kennedy in the back. They did say everybody goes to hell or something like that, bro. Said, are you on Twitch now? When do you stream? I'm not on Twitch just yet. I'm waiting for, like, equipment and stuff to come in before we hop on Twitch, bro. We'll be on Twitch soon, bro.
Consistently fighting censorship
not on
the
Twitch
MPAA
just yet
in order to prevent the movie from being rated NC-17 hell. You may be asking, what is the MPAA? Well, MPAA stands for the Motion Pictures Association of America, and they are the governing body of the movie industry. They're the ones that give movies ratings based on their content and are the reason that you had to sneak into that R-rated movie you really wanted.
Boy, that nigga look like a Spectre Gadget, bro, on stilts.
To see as a kid. Due to their conflicts with the MPAA, much of this movie acts as a statement against them. In a move that shocked absolutely no one, the MPAA were not too happy about a lot of the content in Bigger, Longer, and Uncut. To fulfill their deal with Paramount, the movie needed to have an R rating.
Right.
You may not know that an R rating is actually not the highest rating you can get from the MPAA. They can also give movies an NC-17 rating.
What the hell?
Well, when the first cut of the movie was slapped with an NC-17 rating, Matt and Trey took this as a sort of challenge. The MPAA gave them a list of things that they didn't like, and while they did change some of the things they suggested, each time they did, they would add something else that was equally or even more profane than the previous thing. This marked the start of a war between the creators and the MPAA.
That's why I like Matt and Trey, bro. They don't give a flying fuck. Even though I know that organization is around to help, like, censor things and monitor stuff just so that way anything can't be put out. Just anything can't be put out. And even though I don't personally like a lot of censorship, I do have to appreciate the fact that they're there for a reason. But it's just like with anything, shit gets abused on both sides. Like, South Park probably abused the fuck out of them, and they start in turn and abuse South Park, but maybe it was backwards, you know what I'm saying? But still, like, I get it. I get why they have to rate and do things like that and censor stuff like that. I get it. But yeah, but shout out to Matt and Trey just for not giving a fuck, and the whole South Park team for going hard with that, bro.
Every time a new cut of the movie was screened, it would receive an NC-17 rating, and each time Matt and Trey would change the things they pointed out but add something even worse.
Wow.
It went back and forth like this 5 times, with the movie receiving an NC-17 rating each time. It
Wow.
wouldn't be until the 6th cut of the movie that they would finally receive that R rating. I can't show it here due to the content, but there is a copy of one of the memos Matt Stone sent to the MPAA after their movie was rejected for a second time, and it is quite possibly one of the funniest formal exchanges I have ever read.
Wait,
I'll link
really?
it in the description for you guys to read. Despite receiving their R rating, this wasn't the end of their problems with the MPAA, as there was an issue with the title of the movie. The original name for the movie was South Park All Hell Breaks Loose. The MPAA would not accept this name, as they claimed that they would not allow the word hell to be in the title of movies.
Lady,
Despite
you
the
hella
fact
funny.
that previous movies had been approved with the word in their title, Matt and Trey decided not to fight it and changed the name of the movie. In another act of defiance, the movie was named South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut. This was obviously meant as a double entendre, and I'm sure all of you can pick up on what else can be described using those specific adjectives.
We know what the fuck you talking about, boy.
Despite the somewhat obvious undertones, the MPAA did not pick up on the joke and approve the title for the movie.
Oh,
they would later
dumb.
realize what the name actually meant, but at that point, it was too late for it
Right,
to be
they already
changed.
said, all right.
Now, I have to note that the MPAA denies this claim, stating that the original name was never submitted, but Matt and Trey themselves have claimed the opposite, so I'll let you choose who you want to believe.
Matt and
During
Trey.
production of the movie, they also learned that at the time, the MPAA had a policy on swearing in movies, making it mandatory for a movie to be rated NC-17 if it has 400 or more swear words. So of course, the movie contained exactly 399 uses of swear words.
Damn.
Eventually, the movie was released to theaters, where it grossed $83.1 million and broke the record for the highest grossing R-rated animated film. It held this record
Bro, the fact that the movie name was Asses of Fire, bro.
until 2016, where it was surpassed by the far superior Sausage Party.
Wow.
Immediately after the release of the film, the president of the MPAA made a statement expressing his regret in not giving the movie an NC-17 rating. Now, we're pretty far into the video already, and I haven't even talked about the movie itself and what makes it so good. But I promise all of this was important, as you will begin to see right about now.
Okay. Blame Canada, huh?
First thing I need to mention is that the music in this movie is truly incredible. Every song is hilarious and incredibly well crafted to an extent that would be shocking if I weren't aware of Matt and Trey's critically acclaimed musical, The Book of Mormon, that won 9 Tony Awards.
What?
So yes, they know how to make a musical. The film begins with the song Mountain Town, likely immediately confusing all of the fans of South Park watching the movie, as the movie was never advertised to be any kind of musical. The song contains no swearing and is a wholesome look at the town through the eyes of a child, Stan, discussing what a beautiful day it is in their quiet mountain town.
Damn, that lady had a snarls on her, didn't she? Big fat nose ass.
Stan
Look
begins
at
to
her.
round up the rest of the boys to see the Terrence and Phillip movie that was just released. This opening sequence is absolutely genius, as the wholesome nature of the track sets the tone for this movie to be some kind of whimsical musical. At this point, I picture a theater full of clueless parents breathing a sigh of relief, thinking that maybe this movie my kid begged me to take them to won't be all that bad. When the boys arrive to the theater, they learn that the Terrence and Phillip movie has
I hate this Dracula looking motherfucker right here, bro. In the South Park games, this dude be pissing me off, bro.
been rated R by the MPAA, so they have to pay a homeless man to buy their tickets. Quick note, Terrence and Phillip are used in South Park as a parody of South Park itself. Basically, the show represents how people who don't like South Park view the show. Nothing but fart jokes and profanity.
Right.
So wait,
I didn't even
already
notice that.
referenced the MPAA rating this movie R, a movie about a show that is a parody of South Park. Oh, I see where this is going. As soon as the movie begins, any of the wholesome energy from the opening act is immediately crushed into tiny little bits, as Terrence and Phillip break out into the most vulgar song in the entire movie. So vulgar that I can't even say the name of it in this video for fear of being demonetized.
Damn.
The people in the theater quickly begin leaving, discussing how the movie is vulgar garbage.
What's garbage? Well, what do you expect? They're Canadian.
Based on anecdotes by people who saw this movie in theaters, real life mirrored this scene incredibly well, as the musical number caused all of those parents I mentioned earlier to immediately leave with their children. In case you haven't figured it out yet, this movie is about this movie. That may sound a bit confusing, but you'll understand.
No, that makes sense. It makes sense. The movie was about the movie, that actual movie. I think that I like stuff like that because it just shows that, like, it shows how up to date South Park is. It's like they made a movie about them making a movie, and it being, and people viewing the movie as being ass or yada yada. Even though the fans love it, it's just like, you know, you gotta understand though, like, especially back then, especially when they had their first movie, it was like, damn, you know, this is very, very, very still raw. You know what I'm saying? You know, for lack of better words, it's still raw. You know what I'm saying? Like raw, uncut, extra long or whatever. But I'm just saying, like, it's just really just like very straightforward humor, very like a lot of satire in it. And I'm just be thinking like to myself, like, I think that one of the reasons why I like South Park is because they can so freely talk shit, but kind of like say what everybody's thinking. You know what I'm saying? At times where they just say it what everybody's thinking, but you know, some people just be scared to say it out loud. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, they definitely give their own opinion, and yeah, I don't agree with every opinion South Park has, but still, it'd be like, you know what I'm saying? That it's just like outside the box, making a movie about their movie and how people would view their movie. I mean, that's just dope as hell to me.
And by the end, after all of the kids in the 4th grade watch the movie,
But
they
it's
begin
funny,
to
it's
swear
funny.
and curse just like in the movie. When the parents find out, Kyle's mom immediately begins to blame the movie for their dirty language. The kids are sent to Mr. Mackey in an attempt to prevent them from swearing. They perform the song Is the Mpaa, where Mr. Mackey provides them with plenty of replacement words for the swear words they've been using. To celebrate, they go see the movie again, and Kenny dies attempting to recreate the stunt from the movie. This becomes a national news story, and the parents all become outraged at the influence this movie has had on their children. The parents are questioning who is to blame for all of this, and Kyle's mom provides an answer in the form of a musical number. Blame Canada. This is easily one of the best songs from the movie, blaming the nation of Canada as a whole for their children's actions, since Terrence and Philip are Canadian. This song perfectly embodies one of the
But Kyle's mother is a big fat bitch. She's the biggest bitch in the whole right world. Okay.
central themes of this movie. If parents would put the same amount of effort into being aware of what their kids are watching and teaching them what is right and wrong as they did into trying to get these things banned and censored, this wouldn't be an issue. This whole theme is even more relevant today with the age of the internet and parents handing their kids
Fat
iPads
cocoon
when they
head
don't want
ass.
to actually be a parent. It's not the fault of whatever content the child is consuming, it's the fault of the parents. The song concludes with a fitting ending. I would play it here, but it would get copyrighted, so I'll just read the lyrics. The smut we must stop, the trash we must smash, the laughter and fun must all be undone. We must blame them and cause a fuss before someone thinks of blaming us. Truly the only self-aware moment the parents have in the entire movie. This song was so well made, it was even nominated for an Oscar.
Oh shit! Oh my god, are you serious? And they got my boy in there, Rob. Boy, look, boy, that's one of the best actors that ever, bro. One of the best. I'm not saying the best, but that's one of the best. Robin Williams, bro.
Continue as Kyle's mom is so dedicated to stopping Canada, she leads the country as the new Secretary of Defense into a war against Canada, all while completely ignoring her actual son, the one that she is supposedly fighting for.
Right.
Meanwhile, Kenny is in hell, where he watches a relationship unfold between Satan and Saddam Hussein. Saddam is incredibly manipulative towards Satan, essentially using him for his body and trying to become the ruler of Earth when Satan rises to take over. Satan is portrayed as a vulnerable, emotional character who simply wants to be free from the confines of hell. I'm sure I don't have to point out the hilarious irony in Satan being a kind and caring individual,
Right.
but this is taken to the next level when Satan sings Up There, a song that is essentially a Disney princess song lamenting his desire to be free on Earth. To add to the irony, it is also the only other song in the movie besides Mountain Town to contain absolutely no swearing. Honestly, genius. Throughout the movie, Kenny is the only one that Satan can talk to, as he provides Satan with lots of advice about how he should leave Saddam and live his life how he wants.
Damn, bro. Kenny give Satan advice, boy. Relationship advice, boy. That's crazy, bro. I mean, it's fitting. Satan getting with Saddam. They really hate Saddam ass.
A little fun fact about this movie, when Saddam Hussein was captured in real life, the US military reportedly showed him this movie several different times, and apparently he was a fan of it. So much so that Matt and Trey claim they received a copy of the movie that was signed by Saddam Hussein from the US military. That is just absolutely insane.
That is crazy.
Back up on Earth, Terrence and Phillip are being held as war criminals anticipating an execution. About halfway through the movie, it becomes a full-blown Les Miserables parody, with the boys forming La Resistance, a resistance group with the goal of busting Terrence and Phillip out. This gives us what is undoubtedly the best musical number in the entire movie, as Gregory leads the team in a song reminding them of what they're fighting for, declaring that though they may die, La Resistance lives on.
That's some French resistance. He said that's some World War II shit, boy.
Although you die, La Resistance lives on.
As the song continues, several previous songs begin to get woven in, showing the perspective from each side of this upcoming battle, all of which are declaring that tomorrow night is the night everything will be settled. The song becomes a medley of several of the previous songs, consistently building to an epic crescendo by the end. The style of this song is basically a direct parody of One Day More from Les Mis, though it is done so well that it feels more like an homage to the musical itself. I really wish I could play part of it for you guys, but it will get copyrighted, so you'll have to go listen to it yourself. This is without question my favorite song and moment in the movie, and nothing else even comes close. After recruiting the mole to help them break into Terrence and Phillip's execution...
That nigga looks stressed out, bruh. That nigga right there, boy, that nigga looks stressed the fuck out like he didn't smoke 5 packs of cigs. This nigga smoke a pack a day. Ugly ass, this boy. This nigga's worn out, boy. This nigga then drank 3 of these 5-hour energies. That boy is fucked up.
Night comes, and the plan is set into action. The attempt to retrieve Terrence and Phillip doesn't go to plan, and as it's happening, the Canadians suddenly attack. The result is a bloody and gruesome war, one that is so violent I can't show much of it on YouTube. This is all done to further point out the absurdity and hypocrisy of the censorship from the MPAA.
Oh no, they put all... Look at all the black people. They got the black people just strapped to the damn... Hey, that's fucked up,
Creating
bro.
this movie, they received tons of notes from the MPAA about what they weren't allowed to show or say, but there were never any notes about the gruesome violence that takes place during this battle. Sheila says it best in her opening for the execution.
Just remember what the MPAA says. Horrific, deplorable violence is okay, as long as people don't say any naughty words.
This war is both literally and metaphorically a war against censorship, a fight for free speech. It's South Park versus the MPAA and anyone attempting to censor them. This all comes to a head when Satan and Saddam rise from hell to take over. One thing I forgot to mention earlier is that Cartman was implanted with a V-chip, which shocks him whenever he swears to prevent him from swearing. After he was electrocuted trying to break out Terrence and Phillip, it begins malfunctioning and sending out bolts of electricity when he swears. He realizes what this means, and in a last-ditch effort to stop Satan and Saddam, he basically goes Super Saiyan and charges up a massive...
No, that boy went static shock, my boy. Oh, the real gonna know about static shock.
...by saying every swear word imaginable and topping it off with the worst of them all.
Barbara Streisand.
He stuns Saddam enough for Satan to turn on him and finally break up with him. So, in an incredibly ironic turn of events, the day was saved by swearing. This scene in itself is kind of a metaphor for the entire movie. The movie is so needlessly vulgar and vile, not just because it's funny, but as a statement against censorship. The entire purpose of this movie is to be a massive, beautifully constructed, record-breaking middle finger to anyone and everyone that thinks they can censor them.
He said, "Oh, Cartman."
Now, I haven't discussed the actual ending of the movie because, though I'm sure most of you know it, I still don't want to spoil it because it really is one of the most iconic scenes in South Park history, and because I really want you to go watch this movie. There are still a ton of hilarious and awesome aspects of the movie I didn't even mention, including several iconic songs, Stan's quest to win over Wendy, all of Satan and Saddam's antics, the scenes with the military general, Kyle's hacking skills, and so much more that I haven't talked about. It truly is a one-of-a-kind movie. At the very least, go listen to the soundtrack. I promise you will not be disappointed.
Dude, it's a lady getting pooed on. Whoa, is it Cartman's mom? Oh, very
I'm
good.
hollering.
Hey, it is Cartman's mom.
Damn.
South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut is not just a movie. It's a movement, a stance against censorship, and a campaign for free speech. It's a declaration of war against those who want to control what we say, and this is a belief that only strengthened within Matt Stone and Trey Parker as South Park continued. Despite its age, you will struggle to find any piece of satire that is as spot on and relevant as the South Park movie. This is the type of movie that comes once in a generation.
Wow.
So subversive and offensive, yet so incredibly nuanced and smart. It's unlikely that a piece of mainstream media will be able to replicate just how radical of a statement this movie made anytime soon.
That's dope.
It did all of that alongside beautifully constructed and hilariously clever musical numbers throughout the movie. And that, my friends, is why the South Park movie is still a masterpiece.
I like that, Bloom. I really do, bro. I really do, man. Because he breaks this shit down perfectly and accurately. And you know, he really speaks life into shit and really gets, like, he got me to realize, because I've seen the movie before. Like, I mean, I've seen it as a child. At the same time, like, I'm like, damn, I didn't think about how revolutionary or really how dope it is until he just broke it down like that, bro. That's what's up, man.
Are there any questions, men? Yes, soldier.
Have you ever heard of the Emancipation Proclamation?
I don't listen to hip-hop.
I'm hollering. Fuck you. That was dope, man. Shout out to my boy Bloom, bro. Straight up, man. Shout out to my boy. 20 plus years didn't age real, but is relevant. Damn right. 20 years ago, it's hard. It's hard for shit to age. That's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but 20 years ago, you know what I'm saying? It aged well for it to be that old. It's still somewhat relevant. That's what's good about it, bro. What about Kenny's moment? What you talking about? Carmen's mom be hustling, boy. Hey, no, she be straight thotting. That was the first only girls model. I'm finna get on her shit. Man in the video answering all my questions type shit, man. Bloom be on it. Bloom, shout out to my boy Bloom. Yeah, it did. I was like 6 watching this. Damn, where is Kenny's moment, bro? What he looked like. Oh, right. That was dope. Kenny's moment was dope as hell. Lois, love you, Quizzy. Hey, bro, love you too, man. I appreciate you. Fake it with y'all, bro. I love that shit, though. You hear me? I love that shit, man. South Park movie, man. I ain't gonna fake it, bro. Like, South Park did a great job with Matt and Trey. They did a great job. I can't even fake it. I really do like how they put their stuff together. It's no question of why they still be around, bro. Like, they made that movie 20 years ago. How long has South Park been around, bro? Hold on. Alex says, what's going on? Welcome to the stream, though. He said, yeah, it's Gold Blind. Bro, you should react to Aqua Team Hunger Force. Damn, that's a good one, bro. Hold on, let me write that shit down.